Howdy guys, lovely to see you again. Thank you for once again tuning in to Mist TV. Today, we're going to be taking a closer look at CBD vape juices. CBD use has exploded in popularity due to a number of anti-inflammatory properties associated with the legal cannabinoids within them. And many people are finding that vaping is often the best way to go about taking your CBD dosage. Some people tend to smoke it, but that's still getting combusted plant material into lungs, which is not something that we want to do because we're vapors. Some people tend to ingest it in the form of gummies or tinctures, drops, that kind of thing. That can work just fine, but you get a long onset of effect. And sometimes, because the human digestive system is a bit of a labyrinth, sometimes it hits you at different strengths, sometimes it doesn't absorb in quite the right way. Sometimes you need a dose immediately, and you can't be waiting for that little watermelon sweet that you ate to kick in. Vaping gives you an immediate onset of effect, gets right into your lungs and bloodstream immediately. So it's the best way to go about using CBD. And with that increased popularity, there are more CBD vape juices to look at than ever before. We're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of completely legal cannabis vape juices. They are in different varieties, you've got different flavors to them and different mix ratios, different extraction methods for the CBD. With each one that we look at, we will be going into what makes each one unique compared to all the others. With all of that out of the way, let's take a look at what we believe are the very best CBD vape juices in 2024. Now, the first one we're going to be looking at today is a slightly rare thing, a sub-ohm CBD vape juice. Most CBD vape juices are mixed at around 50-50 or with a higher PG, but this one has a 70 VG content, making it perfect for your sub-ohm coils, tanks, RDAs, etc. That one is Vanilla Ice from the Lotus Leaf CBD range. You've got a 120 ml bottle here with a 2,500 milligram content. Quite strong, although it is worth keeping in mind that content strength is spread across 120 milliliters. So it's not going to be quite as strong as if you saw that strength printed on a 10 ml bottle, but still a substantial dosage of strength. You've also got a delightful flavor to it as well. They use artificial flavoring, so you've got a really nice vanilla quality to it with a touch of frostiness too, making it easier to go in than ever before. And as I said before, it is 70 VG, meaning you can whack this into any smoke or big lost vape tank, get a nice big lung full of it and kick out a huge cloud of CBD vapor. And of course, because it does have artificial flavorings to it, you're not likely to turn too many heads with that smell, which is always quite a nice touch. CBD is of course 100% legal. You're not in any trouble for it, but we appreciate weed isn't necessarily a smell that you want to be putting out everywhere you go. So always nice to have an option to kick out a nice big cloud of CBD vapor without getting any unwanted attention. Now that was a great vape juice for DTL vapors, but let's take a look at a great one for MTL vapors in the form of the natural version of the Access CBD short fills range. Access have a number of CBD short fills available in several different flavors, but this one is just the natural. So it's using broad spectrum vape CBD inside there, meaning it takes almost everything it possibly can from the plant, including some of the natural terpene flavors, which is what you'll be getting when you vape this. It's going to have a lovely, earthy, kind of herbal flavor to it. I appreciate that might not be something you want to be puffing out everywhere you go, so you might be getting a bit of attention if you do that. If that is a concern of yours, Access do also have a number of other flavors available, but it is mixed in a ratio that is perfect for MTL vaping. You can whack this into any regular pod kit that you just use as a cigarette replacement and start kicking out some lovely anti-inflammatory CBD vapor. It is a straight and simple, straightforward form of CBD intake. This one is strengthed at 1,200 milliliters across 50 mils. They also have a double strength one in 2,400 as well, if you need to have a bit more of a kick to it. And keep in mind, 2,400 milligrams spread over 50 mils is definitely going to be a bit stronger than 2,500 spread over 120 mils. Do you understand? The extra amount of liquid is going to dilute it a little bit. So it is still going to be uber strong in this version, but they also have a slightly lighter one if you're just looking for a threshold dose. Now, CBD vape juice can often be a little pricier than other vape juices out there, and I'm sure you understand why, but a number of them are made with budget-focused vapors in mind, such as Bubble Darrell from the 420 e-liquids range. This e-liquid uses broad spectrum CBD, and it takes its flavorings from the natural terpenes of the Super Lemon Haze cannabis strain, a classic out there, now available in a fully legal format. It is brewed to be perfect for MTL vaping and comes in a lovely stubby bottle. It's got a reasonably high strength to it, 1,500 milligrams spread across 50 milliliters, and it has a very natural flavor profile. But what's more, as we said at the very beginning, one of the best things about Bubble Darrell and the other CBD liquids from the 420 e-liquids range is that pretty much any vapor is going to be able to afford it. It's not going to price you out the way that some of them might. Some of them are exceptionally expensive. This one is very acquirable by pretty much anyone out there who's interested in giving some CBD vaping a try. It is worth keeping in mind, of course, that using the natural terpenes of the Super Lemon Haze plant means this has a very authentic flavor and smell to it. Now, a lot of people are going to enjoy that authentic flavor because it really kicks in all of the little receptors in you, and if you have any, shall we say, past experience with the taste of cannabis, no judgments, that's going to really kick your brain into, oh wait, yeah, I know this, I've tried this before, and it's going to make getting those cannabinoids into the system even easier. But as I say, that smell, if you are puffing that out and about, is likely to draw a bit of attention. And hey, if you don't mind a little bit of confrontation, it is 100% legal. You won't get in trouble for using it. But we appreciate you might be asked to leave the park if you're too near the playground, that kind of thing. So enough of that talk. Bubble Darrell from 420 e-liquids, a very good choice for anyone who's looking for CBD vape juice, but is just a little bit price conscious at the moment. Now, as I said before, CBD is more popular than ever, but so is its younger cousin, CBG, which operates on the body's same receptors. And many believe that CBD and CBG work in conjunction together to perform what many call the entourage effect, which basically means multiple cannabinoids entering your system will recognize each other and work in cooperation to get the job done faster. A lot of people find that CBG mixed with CBD works really well for them, and Canavape have an excellent unit in the form of Kiwi, Passionfruit, and Guava ice. It features a total cannabinoid content of 1,250 milligrams, but then in terms of its split down, you've got 1,130 milligrams of CBD and you've got 120 milligrams of CBG as well. So you've got cannabidiol and cannabidiol working together in full conjunction, all accompanied by a delightful flavor. You've got a really nice tropical mix there. You've got that lovely sweet kiwi, the really tart pulp of the passion fruit, and then that rounded sweetness of the guava, all capped off with a lovely icy puff. One of the best things about that is you can enjoy this CBD and CBG hybrid wherever you go without drawing any attention because of that delightful tropical aroma that it's going to be giving off. No one who's near you when you're exhaling that is going to detect anything about it which might make you a little bit self-conscious. So don't have to worry about that. As I said, many people are saying that CBG works brilliantly in conjunction with CBD, and if you are looking for solutions to various things, you might want to go ahead and give this delightful cannabis hybrid a try. Next up, what we believe is the very best isolate CBD out there Isolate CBD takes only the bare minimum of what it has to from the cannabis plant. What this results in is a number of things. You don't necessarily get that entourage effect that you do from broad and full spectrum liquids, but you also get a guarantee of no terpene flavoring coming across, and also you get a total uniformity of strength. Sometimes with broad and full spectrum juices, that spectrum can vary ever so slightly in terms of its total strength, whereas with isolates, it's a very exact science. So if you use an isolate and you're very comfortable with it, you can rest absolutely assured that the very next isolate you buy at the same strength is going to give you the same effect. And we have gone with Haze CBD Diamonds Blue Cran Cherry. Sorry, said that a bit wrong there. Now, just take another look at that bottle there. You see that milligram? That's not a typo. That's honestly what is in here. You've got 15,000 milligrams of CBD isolates, all ensconced in a deliciously tart berry mix. You've got that lovely dry cranberry, you've got a little bit of blueberry going on as well to give you that sweet, smooth, soothing edge, and then you've got the cherry for a little bit of seductive sweetness. And all of that is helping you intake one of the strongest CBD liquids that is currently available. Frankly, nothing else we've got in stock quite comes up to that level of strength. 15,000 milligrams at that size is 3 to 5 times the strength of a number of other popular CBD liquids. So if you're looking for isolates, you want uniformity of effect, you want a stealthy vape that's not going to draw any attention, and you want the absolute utmost maximum strength you can possibly get, definitely give Haze CBD Diamond Short Fills a try. Next up, one of our favorite broad spectrum CBD juices out there, and we've gone for an old favorite in the form of Orange County with their tobacco 50ml short fill. Orange County have long been one of the premier manufacturers of CBD liquids, hailing as they do, I believe, from Northern California, using American hemp. And this one has a rather interesting aspect to it because it is tobacco flavored. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be some viewers out there that have some, shall we say, past experience with this particular plant. Not going to ask any questions. Some people using CBD, they sometimes find it's not quite hitting quite the way they remember, shall we say, certain illicit plants might have done once upon a time. That's because many people associate it with the taste and aroma of something that's been mixed into a long rolled cigarette, maybe in a slightly longer paper than usual. This tobacco short fill will spark that nostalgia because you get a lovely hand-rolled, earthy, smoky Virginia rolling tobacco flavor, which is delivering you that broad spectrum CBD. It's going to trigger a number of nostalgic flavor receptors and make you all the more willing to get your CBD just this way. Being broad spectrum, it does take everything almost that it can from the plant, but it leaves the terpenes behind, so you don't have to worry about it reeking of marijuana when you're using it out and about, making it a great choice for anyone who just wants to smell like they're having a ciggy. But in truth, you're not doing that. You're inhaling broad spectrum CBD from America. So well done you. Next up, one of the better full spectrum CBD vape juices out there, and we've gone with Hash Berg from So CBD. Unlike a number of full spectrum vape juices out there, So CBD are not against using artificial flavorings to cover up that particular scent. And with this one, you get a very nostalgic vape flavor. If you've been vaping for about 10 years or so now, much like I have, you might remember a particular flavor back in the day, which is still available these days. Its name referenced a very popular TV show, and it had a kind of blue color to it and a really noticeable blueberry, ice, and botanical flavor profile. And that's what you're getting with Hash Berg from So CBD. That delicious, complex, mature, fruity flavor with a lovely, cool exhale is going to be how you're intaking your 2,000 milligram dose of full spectrum CBD, giving you absolutely everything that the plant possibly can, which leads in part to that entourage effect that we talked about when mixing CBD and CBG. Many believe that a full spectrum vape juice, which has everything legally permissible in the cannabis plant, is also going to assist all those cannabinoids in getting to all the parts of your system that you want them to. And you can do it all with a delightfully memorable and refreshing fruity flavor. Hats off to So CBD. And to cap it all off, we have what we believe is currently one of the best CBD vape juices out there right now. We've got Cookies from the Just CBD range. Just CBD use, once again, a full spectrum extraction, giving you everything you possibly can get from the plant. And they use a mixture of both natural terpenes from the plant and also artificial flavorings that Just CBD think will pair well with the original terpene flavor. For this one, Cookies, I believe that they have taken the terpenes from the at one point cult classic Girl Scout Cookies cannabis strain, to which they have also added just a little bit of bakery flavor as well. Girl Scout Cookies did of course have a rather sumptuous, creamy and crunchy kind of flavor to it in its original plant format. And Just CBD have very cleverly gone ahead and enhanced it with an artificial flavoring that's going to really match that flavor profile. It's also 3,000 milligram strength in a 60 ml bottle, giving you overall quite a bit more strength to it. This one that we looked at the very beginning, Lotus, which has 2,500 milligram, but that's spread across 120 mils. With this one, you've got more milligrams spread across half the size, meaning it's going to be nice and strong with a delectable flavor profile, which is going to catch a little bit of attention here and there, but not from everyone. A lot of people are just going to be picking up on that lovely bakery flavor. So well done to Just CBD for being, in our opinion, the very best CBD vape juice currently available in 2024. Well, thank you for watching, guys. We hope that you've enjoyed this roundup of the very best CBD vape juices available in 2024. As you can see, there are CBD vape juices in many different strengths with different VG-PG mix ratios using different methods of CBD extraction. Much like everything else in vaping, CBD is never one size fits all. So be sure to sound off any questions that you've got about CBD in the comments. We'll try to get back to you when we can, and have a great day, guys. Catch you again real soon.